You're overblending your concealer, which actually defeats the purpose. Let me show you how to actually blend your makeup. Using a new concealer today, it's actually called Tear Tear. I'm using the shade 3.5. It's dual-ended, which is really cool. So your liquid side is for lighter coverage, and then this side right here is more of a stick, full coverage. I let my concealer sit on my face for about 5 minutes. I'm going to go in with my beauty blender. I'm gonna dampen this beauty blender with this Nourishing Milk. Now, when I go in with my beauty blender, I'm not just going to start like over blending, okay? I'm gonna take the edges of this concealer and start blending it out without going too much in the middle. You can even pinch this beauty blender, right, to make it smaller so you can get in those small spaces. So I'm gonna just go in and blend out these lines, but not go in. And I kind of like to lift this part up here and drag it out. Then the chin, just the eye. You see how I'm kind of like making my beauty blender a little bit smaller and just staying on the edges without over blending that inside. Same thing for this forehead area. Just blend, blend, blend. Now for my jaw, I like to take this concealer brush and kind of just like drag it out and make it a little bit sharper. This is the only way I like to do my jaw. I don't really like to use the beauty blender on my jaw because it moves so much of the product. Now I have all the concealer exactly where I want it and I haven't picked up too much product. Next, I'm gonna go in and take my Kabuki brush. This is by e.l.f. What I do is I take my Kabuki brush and I just stay on the edges and start blending any harsh lines. Like, do you see how when you just bounce the brush, it just blends all your edges? Like, do you see that? It's like perfectly blended. I didn't have to do hardly anything. Like, not blended, blended. Same thing with my jaw. I just bounce it on my jaw until that line just disappears. And it's so satisfying to watch. Like, suck that jaw in. You see how that just blends out so well and so easy? You could really use any fluffy brush, but I really, really love this Kabuki brush. Like, I think it's fire. Like, look at that. So easy. Same thing, I'm just gonna blend out these harsh lines. Not going in too far. Same thing with my forehead. I'm just gonna tap this out and blend out any of these lines and just bounce it. Like, don't be doing any type of like rubbing, okay? Now with the jaw, this is my favorite part because I really feel like it just snatches me in. I like to like see where my cheekbone is, and that's just so stunning. I never see anybody else doing it like this, and I just love doing it this way. Now I kind of just bounce this all over my face, and I just feel like it blends everything. Amazing. Do you see how that blended out? It is so, so pretty. I like this Tear Tear concealer. I like that it's dual-ended, and I like that it's like full coverage, and then you also have a lighter coverage. I think this is amazing.